on. Yeah, okay. My internet just like hard died. Well, if anybody's around, let me know. If we're moving and grooving again. But the reading so terrible it killed the internet. I don't know where it left off. Probably at the beginning of this. I caught it in the corner of my eye that it went down. But yeah, it was just something on not my end that killed it. And then eventually it just came back, so that's fun. Wait a little bit to see if anybody's around. Gotta finish this thrilling tale. Boy, I sure love my internet service provider that's total garbage half the time. I mean, it's actually been okay for quite a while. But I had to go through some shit like a year ago. Well, no. 2 years ago now, actually. Dealing with them. But anyway, we're back. We're moving. We're grooving. I guess I will continue here. For the sake of the archive, at least. Finish this off. Just want to make sure I'm actually live here. I think we're good. It looks good. I don't know if chat reconnected for me though. Let's do a Noxus. I am live. Alright. At least I can see myself. Anyway. Kaine's story. With Grandmama. Kaine steadied the bucket with a foot as she knelt by her grandmother. A small bit of water sloshed over the side and made a new home in the hem of her dress. But Kaine didn't notice. Grandma, what's happening? Crazed with panic, she grabbed her grandmother by the shoulders and shook. After a moment, the woman lifted her arms and batted Kaine away. Stop that! Just stop! She cried, breathing heavily. It ain't like I'm dying. Just tired from the trip is all. Kaine desperately wanted to believe her, but one look at the old woman's shaken hands and worn face told her more than words ever could. Her grandmother had lived a long, hard life, and it seemed the bill was finally coming due. The time when her grandmother watched over Kaine was ending. Sooner than either of them had feared, the positions would be reversed. Next morning, Kaine came to the side of her grandmother's bed and took her wrinkled hand. Grandmother, you're sick and you need medicine. I'm going to the village. The old woman shook her head and tried to rise, but Kaine gently pushed her down. It's alright, I'll be fine. Her grandmother fixed her with a gaze that could melt steel. After what seemed an eternity, she finally lowered her eyes and sighed. I don't like it, goddammit. I guess I should quit being so stubborn and let you grow up. The old woman watched as Kaine strapped on her boots and made her way down the road to the village. Hours later, as an unseen sun made its way across a dark and rainy sky, she was still watching. Kaine moved at a brisk pace, checking her pockets every few minutes to make sure the money her grandmother gave her was still there. Every noise caused her to spin on her heels, making sure she wasn't being stalked by a shade, or worse, Demo and his gang. She encountered neither tormentors nor shades, and Kaine finally found herself at the entrance to the village. Few adults she could see glanced sideways at her and muttered to each other behind raised hands before slinking away into the shadows. Her heart racing, Kaine took a series of rapid, shallow breaths and tried to calm herself. I have to prove myself. I have to help Grandma. I have to be strong. She chanted those words to herself over and over as she slowly made her way. Finally, her eyes settled on a rotund older woman who was angrily waving her arms in the air and telling anyone who would listen exactly what she thought of Kaine's presence. Hey lady, said Kaine with a bravado she did not feel. Where's the apothecary? The woman's flabby cheeks shook in bewildered anger. How dare this thing speak to me, they seemed to say. Kaine saw that her eyes held a different emotion, fear. Yeah, we're both scared, lady. Trust me on this one. Which way? Kaine repeated. The woman pointed at a small building to her right before hitching up her dress and stumbling off in the other direction. Kaine cringed, expecting a stone to come flying from the assembled crowd, but none came. Her mind was filled with a strange sense of pride as she made her way to the apothecary. New emotion had little time to take root, for as soon as she opened the door, she noticed a familiar customer at the counter. It was Demo. He had clearly been sent here on some kind of family errand, because his gang of followers was nowhere to be found. Oh my god, he sputtered. I mean, what are you doing here, freak? The insult was delivered without force, and Kaine happily ignored it. Stretching on tiptoes to see over the counter, she asked the shopkeeper for the medication. Ah, barked Demo. That old bitch finally keeled over. Go to hell, Demo. The boy's eyes grew so wide they seemed ready to fall out of his head. Before they could let fly a comeback or worse, a punch, the apothecary told them to knock it off before he kicked them out of the store. Demo slunk out of the shop, cursing Kaine under his breath. Once he was gone, she allowed herself to breathe once more, taking a brief tour of the shop while the owner prepared her medication. Countless tiny bottles filled the cramped store, each with a label written in some indecipherable language. An ocean of aromas assaulted her nose, creating a scent that was exotic, but not altogether unpleasant. Seeing such a variety of supplies gave Kaine a sense of peace. Surely in a world so vast, there would be a place that she could call home. On the far wall, behind the counter, rested a portrait of a stunning young girl. The picture had once contained bright, vibrant colors, but time had worked its cruel magic and they were beginning to fade. The beauty of the work, however, remained undiminished. You like that picture? Kaine turned to find the apothecary with a small vial of medication in his hand. His eyes were gentle but sad, and they seemed to stare through her and into nothing as he spoke. It's my daughter. I sketched it when she was just a little girl. I definitely need to get water if this goes too much longer. She's been dead a long time now. Kaine didn't know how to respond. She just stared at the portrait and tried to come up with the right words. Pictures are wonderful things, continued the shopkeeper. They let the ones closest to you live on forever. He shook his head slightly, then looked down at Kaine and smiled. Handing her the medication, he reached into his sizable green apron and produced a handful of old wax crayons. You should have these. There's no one left that I wish to draw. Kaine took an instinctive step back, causing the shopkeeper's face to darken. Yes, I've heard the rumors about you, he said. It's a small village and word travels quickly. Between you and me, I'm not sure which of them to believe. I also don't think they matter much. I know your grandmother, Callie. Oh, she has a name. And I think the way she was driven out of this town is just deplorable. Grandma's name is Callie, thought Kaine suddenly. She was still mulling this new fact over in her mind as she reached out and gently took the crayons from the apothecary's hands. Grandmother's an old friend of mine, he said as Kaine scooted away yet again, and I owe her much. I wager she would like it if you drew a picture of her. I think she would like it very much. Kaine murmured a quiet agreement, but inside her heart was bursting. Never before had a villager treated her with anything but complete contempt. It was a tiny, almost indecipherable step. It was a step nonetheless. With enough tiny steps, she might one day discover the rest of the world. One day, the village might be wiped out by some crazy skeleton man. When Kaine returned home, she found her grandmother asleep in her bed. Her feet were blackened and raw, even bleeding a bit in places, leading Kaine to think she had been pacing around the room until exhaustion finally caught up with her. She placed the medicine by her grandmother's pillow and turned to leave, but found the old woman's hand clasped around her arm. Back already, are you? Asked the grandmother, with a yawn. Come here and let me have a look at you. Grandma sat up and examined Kaine from head to toe, finally satisfied that nothing terrible had befallen her grandchild. She leaned back and allowed herself to relax. This just keeps going. How was it? Those bastards give you any trouble? It was kind of fun, said Kaine with a small smile. Seriously, it was. Fun, eh? Asked her grandmother in a voice which implied she believed anything but. Uh-huh. Anytime you need me to run an errand, just let me know. As she spoke, Kaine removed the crayons from her pocket. After a brief explanation of their source, she informed her grandmother that she was going to sketch her portrait. Portrait of me? Ridiculous. No one wants to stare at a wrinkled old crone. Grandma, it'll make you live forever. Poor shit, said her grandmother, throwing back the sheet from her bed. Living forever would just piss me off. Those crayons away and help with dinner. Kaine would not relent, and in the end, Grandma found herself leaning against the wall of their house as if posing for a master artist. Kaine took up the crayons, eyed her subject carefully, and set to work. Just as her grandmother was about to nod off, Kaine finished the piece. After staring at it for a bit, she released it from her grip and let it slowly drift to the floor. It's terrible! It doesn't look like you at all! Garbage! Sorry, Grandma. I thought these crayons would, make drawing easier or something. It's never easy. I'm sorry, Grandma. Oh, wait, I read that. The old woman's eyes narrowed at her granddaughter's disappointment. Let me be the judge of that, she said, ignoring the pain in her back and reaching for the paper. Sketch could have been a person's face. It also could have been a boulder, a lump of clay, or an incredibly misshapen loaf of bread, all rendered in a chaotic array of colors. It's modern art. The old woman stared at the picture for a long time, then slowly wheezed out a laugh. Oh, Kaine, she said between the laughter. You truly are my blood. You're as clumsy as me, and I love it. But, hush, I won't hear any more bull about how ugly you think it is. It came from the heart, and I'll treasure it always. True to her word, the old woman gave the picture a place of honor above the kitchen table. So they actually did have a house? It wasn't just that, like, broken tube thing, whatever, that Kaine was hanging out in. Because this seems like it's a much bigger place. Magical Storyland house. In the days that followed, Kaine would often catch her staring at the portrait with a strange smile on her face, an action she interpreted as silent, mocking laughter. A week later, Kaine could stand it no more and asked her grandmother to take the artwork down. Posh, said the old woman. I'll take this down when they roll me in my shroud. She pondered this for a bit, then turned to Kaine and dropped to one knee. Listen to me, girl. Seeing this picture makes me happy in a way I've never felt before. Makes me want to go on so that someday you can feel the same happiness. It's a moment that burned itself in Kaine's memory, a perfect blend of pride and love and joy that came together to form a lifelong remembrance. She swore to never forget this moment, to never forget the old woman who had made her place in the world possible. Time moves on. People and memories move in and out of a life like ghosts passing through a hall. It's a good line. But this moment will be different, Kaine swore, because I will remember it forever. I like that line. That's very well written. Forever. Is this all just story? Is it gonna keep going? Alright. I'm getting water. I'll be right back. There's no way. Just a moment. Okay. Stretch. Prepare for intense reading action. Kaine listened to the sound of cracking firewood and stared at the black... Maybe I will read this in a ridiculous voice. You know, that was more fun before doing that, so let's see. Kaine listened to the sound of cracking firewood and stared at the black object on her plate. She had been pushing it around the wooden disc for a good 10 minutes, ignoring the bemused stare of her grandmother. Finally, she summoned her courage and gave the object a brief sniff. A sharp, bitter scent flew up her nostrils and made its home there, causing her face to twist with disgust. Grandma, I can't believe you want me to eat a bug. The old woman threw some more wood under the cooking pot and snorted. It's no bug, you fool girl. It's a berry. Why the hell would I be feeding you bugs? Yeah, well, it sure looks like a bug, said Kaine. I think it's burnt or something. It smells terrible. With that, Kaine held her nose and threw the berry in her mouth, chewing as little as possible. Oh yeah, it's terrible, all right. Why, you little brat, laughed the old woman. Look at the sass on you. You've been spending too much time with me, and that's a fact. 5 years had passed since the moment when Kaine's grandmother saved her from the bullies. As is often the way with two stubborn people, the relationship had grown in fits and starts, but moved forward all the same. Meals that had used to be somber affairs were now filled with laughter, and hurled abuse in equal measure. Kaine could not remember a time when she had been happier. As the years went by, Kaine started to shoulder more and more of the daily responsibilities. Her grandmother's legs grew weaker by the day, and she could no longer do many of the chores she used to take for granted. And so this morning found Kaine lacing up her work boots, with a breakfast of burned berry rolling through her belly. Water. Where are we going today? Asked Grandma suddenly. Spooky music! Kaine looked up surprised. The old woman rarely asked for specifics anymore. Well, I was gonna check out the kelma trees and see if they were right. Thought we could make some jam or something. I'm gonna pick up some flagstones, so I need to take the wheelbarrow. Flagstones? What the hell for? Connie stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm that swept it around their... Bleh. My brain is going to mush from all this reading out loud. Connie stared at her grandmother, then held out an arm and swept it around their home. Constructed mostly of cloth, rope, and rubble, the old place sagged like a boxer in the final round. Grandma, a dying cat could chew through this house. I'm gonna build a stone wall so we have some protection. The old woman laughed, exposing her toothless grin to the world. God damn, girl. If a bunch of thieves want to ransack this old place, let them come. Got nothing worth stealing anyway. Not worried about thieves. I'm worried about shades. People saw one west of the village yesterday. The old woman tilted her head and stared at her granddaughter. Well, shoot. I don't know why you have to do it today. We can worry about it some other... Grandma, no. If I don't go to the kelma trees, we won't eat tonight. You know that. Confused expression passed across the old woman's face, and for a moment she was but a small child lost at a carnival. Yes, she said for a bit. Yes, of course, you're right. I'm sorry, Kaine. Lately it seems my mind is... Didn't finish the thought, instead walking over to the nightstand and gently taking the wreath of lunar tears from the drawer. I guess they just, like, last forever after they're picked. They don't rot, because she had it in the game, too. The flower's petals had aged to a brilliant whiteness, and Kaine thought it was more beautiful now than the day she first received it. I guess they just dry out. Gonna be a true woman soon, Grandma said as she placed the flowers in the girl's hair. That means less chatter about shades and building defensive walls, and more talk about how beautiful you become. Annoyed, Kaine reached up to remove the garland, but the look on her grandmother's face stopped her hand. You're a beautiful thing, said the old woman. There ain't another like you in the whole world. I'm very proud of you. Okay, Grandma, that's enough goddamn compliments for one day. Such a mouth on you. Where did that come from? Gee, I wonder. I'll teach you to sass me, girl, yelled Grandma. Suddenly, she lurched forward and grabbed Kaine by the ears, pulling her around the room with a crazed grin on her face. Grandma, yelled Kaine in a quaking voice. A quacking voice would be even better. A quaking voice. Grandma, stop it. What the hell? The old woman stared at her a blink that slowly held her wrinkled hands out, as if it was the first time she had ever seen them. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I'm sorry, girl. Sometimes my mind just... Kaine thought the look on her grandmother's face was the most heartbreaking thing she'd ever seen. Listen, she began. Maybe I should stay home after all. No, I won't have you stay here to keep an eye on an old cadre like me. Go get your fruit and your wall and whatnot. I'll be fine. When you come back, I'll have a nice grasshopper dinner waiting for you. Kaine rolled her eyes and then kissed her grandmother on the forehead and made ready to depart, trying to desperately ignore the worry that was gnawing at the walls of her heart. Certainly nothing terrible will happen. Kaine could feel the old woman's eyes watching her as she moved down the path. Don't turn around, she told herself, but in the end temptation was too great. She spun on her heel for one final look and saw a small bent woman standing in front of a ramshackle hut with a sad expression on her face. God, she looks so old now. It's like the wind could reach down and just carry her away. Kaine worried about her grandmother all day, causing her work to suffer. Little fruit she could collect was tossed carelessly into the wheelbarrow. She only found a couple of stones before losing interest in the project. Finally, as dusk approached, she decided to call it a day. Cursing herself for the lack of focus, Kaine pushed the nearly empty wheelbarrow back down the path. As she crested the final hill, she suddenly froze in place. Yep, I figured this would happen. The wheelbarrow fell from her fingers, collapsed on its side, sending a few pieces of wrinkled brown fruit rolling back down the hill. Yeah. Her gaze was transfixed by a thick black cloud that hovered just ahead. Tracing its path with a finger, Kaine suddenly felt her stomach gnaw in on itself. No, oh gods, no. Oh, it was on fire. I thought it was just a shade. Grandmother's house was ablaze, the flames licking up, as if trying to touch the sky itself. Grandma! Grandma! More water is needed. Many words are being read here. Kaine ran then, faster than she had ever moved in her life. Once she tripped on a stone, went sprawling onto the rocky ground, but she leapt to her feet and continued running, unmindful of the blood that spilled from her wounded hands and knees. As she got closer and closer, Kaine's mind began to race in time with her footfalls. It's too dark. It's too dark. Not just fire. Can't be fire. Too much smoke. Save her. Gotta save her. She burst into the front yard and came to a sudden halt, her worst suspicions confirmed. Yeah. The smoke from the fire was mingling with the thick, inky blackness of an enormous shade. The thicky blackness. The massive creature supported itself on 3 twisted feet and achieved balance through means of a large armored tail. Scales, horns, and claws sprouted from its body in a random, chaotic pattern, giving it the appearance of a lizard designed by some insane god. Kaine let out a roar and flicked its tail, sending small whirlwinds spinning around the yard. For a moment, the creature retreated into a shimmering, inky blackness, as if her mind was unable to comprehend that such a thing could actually exist. But then the smell hit her, a blend of rotted meat and excrement, and the horror became real once more. So, yeah, do shades actually stink? Are they, like, corpse smelly, maybe? They're, like, human remains, kind of, I guess? I don't know. The creature bellowed again, and this time Kaine responded with a scream of her own. Alright, you bastard, she thought as her scream echoed off the high cliffs around them. It's you or me, let's go! Shade eyed Kaine with bemused interest. Then it began looking from her to the house and back again, as if urging her to look at the destruction it had so gleefully wrought. With dread building in her heart, Kaine glanced toward the house. Through the smoke and flame, she spotted a small figure struggling to escape the ruins. Grandma! At the sound of her voice, the old woman began waving frantically. She's alive, thought Kaine. Alive! Kaine's legs sprang to life as she raced across the yard towards the flaming wreckage of the house. Well, I guess this explains why the house doesn't exist anymore. Before she could advance more than a few steps, the shade opened its mouth and let out a roar powerful enough to uproot trees and send them flying. The blast sent Kaine tumbling through the air before smashing her against the rocky earth. Stars danced in front of her eyes as she tried to remember how her legs worked. Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up! Get up now! As Kaine struggled to her feet, the shade stomped toward the house and pinned her grandmother to the ground with the tip of a claw. The old woman struggled to move the claw from her stomach. She might as well have been pushing on a mountain. She coughed briefly, sending a small spray of blood into the air, and collapsed to the ground, her energy spent. Kaine lurched to her feet, only to fall back to the earth with a gasp. Her ankles were on fire. One or both of them were surely broken. Ignoring the pain that screamed through her body, she began dragging herself across the ground, leaving a drunken trail of dust and blood in her wake. Grandma, hold on. Just a little longer. Ugh. Her grandmother's face was turning blue, her eyes rolling back until only the whites were exposed. Kaine pulled herself across the ground with maddening slowness. Maddening slowness, the distance seeming to increase with every second that passed. The shade glanced between the two women and flicked out its tongue, its giant mouth turning up at the corners. Short, panting breaths belched from somewhere deep inside its core. Bastard laughing at us. She had no idea how such a mindless creature could experience emotion. But there could be no doubt the shade was taking joy in their suffering. I am spent. I cannot read anymore. Please be over soon. I see your plan. The shade moved its claw slightly, allowing Graham to breathe again. It was clearly keeping her alive, only to snuff out her life when Kaine was close enough to touch her. I'm gonna kill this bastard. Summoning all her strength, Kaine rose to her feet. There was a sickening snap from her right ankle as the foot twisted backwards. She forced it from her mind and began to hobble towards the monster. Pulling a small knife from the pouch at her waist, she leapt at the foot. On the foot that pinned her grandmother and plunged the weapon deep. Give her back, she screamed. Give her back to me! It was like stabbing a rock. After a few swipes, the knife broke at the hilt with a dull snap. The shade panted laughter again, then raised its tail and sent it rushing through the air towards the young girl that was latched to its foot. Kaine never had a chance. The tail struck her square in the chest and sent her crashing into the burning wreckage of the home. She lay on the ground with blood pouring from multiple wounds. A small, weak voice spoke up. Kaine? Kaine's vision blurred, but she forced herself to focus on the sound. Finally, her eyes cleared enough for her to make out her grandmother's hands reaching out to her through the smoke. Grandma? Kaine, you gotta run. You can't mess this one. Kaine grabbed the hands that held on with all her strength. Grandma, come on, we have to go. The old woman coughed loudly. One of her hands, slick with blood, slipped from Kaine's grasp and thumped to the ground below. Grandma, no! Said, run, goddammit. You have to live to get through. Thought would stay forever unfinished. Before she could say another word, the shade's clawed foot descended, smashing through the remains of the roof and down upon the shattered figure of the old woman. Blood oozed from gaps in the creature's toes as a terrible putrid smell assaulted Kaine's nose once again. She stared at the foot, dumbfounded, convinced that what she was seeing could not possibly be real. The creature finally lifted its appendage. All that remained underneath was a twisted, unrecognizable mass of rubble and red. Ugh. Her grandmother was gone. She got, gray foxed, I guess. Kaine blinked, trying to feel the hands which had been in hers just a moment before. For a fleeting instant, she could remember the warmth of that embrace, the trembling of the fingers, but then the sensation drifted away on the breeze and was gone. Memories flashed through Kaine's mind, one after the other, faster and faster until they became a meaningless jangle of noise. Kaine screamed then, a thunderous sound that echoed off the cliffs and seemed to roll away forever. The shade eased forward, black ichor pouring from its mouth and dissolving into smoke on the ground below. Earth shook with every step as it crept towards its prey. Kaine's body slowly rose as if controlled by a mad puppet master. Her arms and legs were bent at impossible angles, her head lolled dangerously to the side, yet somehow she managed to stand. I gotta wonder how much of these story things were like... We originally wanted to do like cutscenes of this stuff, or like playable gameplay even. But we ran out of budget, so story time it is, because we still want to tell this stuff. Because I know that, I'm pretty sure anyway, that stuff on the boat was originally story time, but they actually made it playable in this version, so... I'm just curious, how much was like actually intended to be story from the start, or was any of it? Anyway. Somehow she managed to stand. Staring at the shade, her eyes began to glow with deep red fire. The creature, so confident just moments before, took a slow, hesitant step backwards, trying to discern if this broken human could possibly pose a threat. And he seized the moment. Laughing like a madwoman, she leapt through the air and plunged the shattered hilt of her knife deep into the leg of the shade. The shade shook Kaine off like a fly, sending her crashing to the earth once again. Her chest rose and fell slowly as if a great weight resting on it. Moist sounds of pain echoed through her mind. Something warm and thick oozed from her ears. Is that blood? I think it is. I think I'm bleeding to death. No, can't die. Grandma told me to live. Deep inside Kaine's mind, something finally broke. The sound, the pain, the smoke, and the flames. All of it faded away until all that remained was a single incantation. Beat it over and over again. Kill it! Kill it! Kill it, kill it, kill it! Kill it? Kill it now! As the spark that was Kaine slowly began to flicker and die, she felt her desire to kill and her desire to live blend into one. The distance between heartbeats grew longer and longer and longer. Whoop, hello. Vibrating. Gameplay? In this game? Hey, Kaine. Do I have to do this fight again?
The beast approaches.
The beast!
Oh, I know.
Is my audio fucked up again? Hold on. Check in a sec. Well, yeah, game. Hold on, 1 sec. I'll check something. It is fucked up. Hold on. I'm gonna fix it. I thought it sounded off. I don't know why my audio reset itself at some point. Hold on. Hey, we're back. could tell it was kind of weird. I don't know how long it had been like that, but... Probably when the stream went down. Anyway.
What anger this creature must have. How could it even survive these past 5 years?
I'm not gonna let this happen again. It dies today.
Still kind of sounds off. I don't know.
My sword feels lighter.
It's not the blade, but the skill of the user. Strike it down.
Yes, such skill I have. Not the fact that this weapon is wicked overpowered now. Is dead. Yeah? There we go. I don't think they expected it to die that quick. Pop. Well then. No! No! No, not more story! Put me back! How much more is there? Gently, weakly, softly, Shade, sure that its tormentor was dead, turned and stomped off towards the horizon, stopping along the way to bellow one final roar. Couldn't kill it. Shame beyond imagining, Kaine tried to turn her head to the side, only succeeded in coughing up a huge gout of blood. It's getting difficult to see, and only after a moment of fierce concentration did she realize that her left eye was gone. Ooh. Laughing to herself, she turned her remaining eye to the ruins of her home and noticed a ragged stump of an arm resting a few feet away. Yeah, that's mine, she thought with a mad giggle. It's gonna make clapping a real bitch. Ah, cried a sudden voice from the depths of her mind. Only gonna die, are ya? You had it coming. Go to hell, Demo, she thought at the unseen assailant. Go to hell before I pluck out your eyes and feed them to a dog. The voice of her childhood terror evaporated into smoke, only to be replaced by another, more recent voice. Hold still, said the apothecary, materializing from the ruins like a ghost. I want to draw you. That way you can live forever. Stop. Don't want to live forever. I want to die right here. I see, he said quietly. That's what you want. The spectral shopkeeper fluttered in and out of existence for a moment, and produced a piece of paper and sketched quickly. In a few seconds, he turned the page to Kaine and smiled. She rejected my offer and decided to draw someone else. It was a picture of her grandmother, real as life. Kaine opened her mouth to thank the man, but stopped as the picture began to blacken in the middle. Before she could say anything, dozens of multi-legged insects began to swarm across the image, tearing at it with sharpened pincers. Stop! No, don't hurt that picture. Kaine reached out with her remaining arm and waved futilely at the air. To her surprise, the insects fell off the picture into the ground below. They vanished into tiny black tendrils of smoke. Relieved, Kaine took her good eye back to the picture, only to open her mouth in a silent scream. The sketch now showed her grandmother as she truly was, a smashed, unrecognizable lump of nothing. The apothecary smiled, then broke into a jolly dance. See that? He cried as he danced his jig. It's perfect now. It looks just like you. Ha-cha-cha-cha! What the fuck? I look like that? God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Drowning in despair, Kaine laid her head back in the mud and smoke of her ruined house and waited for the end to come. But just as she let everything go, an unfamiliar voice began whispering in her ear. You got a wish, son? Ain't you got a wish, sunshine? The voice was vulgar and fierce at the same time, as if insanity had somehow found a way to take form. Kaine wanted to scream as the voice crawled under her skin, but her lungs refused to work. You know, a wish? Like a prayer or something? You get on your knees and start praying to heaven. Please, invisible man in the sky, save me, save me. Kaine finally resorted to shouting at the voice within her mind. I don't make wishes, they don't come true for me. I'm a curse, a freak, a genetic freak! I should be left to die. The other voice boomed in her ears. Oh god, you are the best! Kaine glanced down and saw a black, shiny substance oozing from her legs. She tried to brush it away, but her remaining arm would no longer respond. The substance slowly crept around her feet, and began moving up towards the rest of her body. Is this death? Is what it's like? Is my mind losing itself? She could feel the slime oozing upward, feel the hot, searing pain it left in its wake. Whatever else might be happening, she was still alive, and this was real. Come on, said the voice, let it go. Kaine tried to ignore the voice and concentrate on the pain, but the newcomer would have none of it. Don't ignore me, sunshine. You're ready to give up, ready to die. So why not let me have it? Have what? Your body. Come on, give it to me. Give it to me. I want to stand on the ground, feel the rain, taste the wind. The voice paused, as if licking its lips. When it resumed, it was filled with mad, unabated joy. I want to take your hands and use them to choke the goddamn life out of people. I want to tear out their throats and bathe in the blood just like before. Ah. In response, Annie shifted her head and vomited. The warmth of it crept down her front and mingled with the pain of the encroaching black ooze. You a shade? Yeah, maybe. What of it? So she wasn't always cursed with the shade. People were just awful to her for no good reason. The slime reached her face, crept up past her nose, and slowly oozed into the socket of her missing eye. I mean, I know kind of why they were awful to her, but it's not a good reason. The moment it touched her brain, Annie was struck by the most powerful sensation she'd ever felt in her life. It was ecstasy. She wanted to scream with delight, but all she could manage was a small whispered moan. I didn't actually notice. Were her eyes different? They may have been, but I never really paid attention to it. Feels good, don't it? Asked the voice with a chuckle. What can I say? I know how to please the ladies. Give me that body. Come on, give me the body and I'll give you more of this feeling. It's a fair trade. So the shade she has, like, isn't her shade. It's, like, just another one. I'm guessing. A black lump began to protrude from Kaine's side. Some random dude, yeah. As she watched, it grew longer and thicker, eventually taking the form of her missing arm. I can see better, she thought. My eye must be growing back, too. A random Spike Spencer. The slime reached up to envelop the rest of her face, but she managed to brush it away. Stop, she whispered, marveling at how she had regained her voice. Stop. The black ooze hesitated, as if considering this request, and quickly shimmered down her body before disappearing in a cloud of smoke. Now what the hell, sunshine? Screamed the voice. We had a deal. I thought you wanted to die. Grandma said I can't die yet. A brief image of her grandmother, bloodied and broken, flashed before her eyes. She saw the shade that had killed her and heard its mocking laughter. Closed her eyes and forced the image from her mind. Her whole body was quaking with rage. When she opened her eyes again, they burned bright red. Thing took my grandmother. I have to kill it before I die. Annie glanced down and saw a mysterious pattern, the pattern of the shades, burn itself onto her left arm. I'll be damned, said the voice cheerfully. Look at that, sunshine. I think you and me are going to be good friends now. Annie stared intently at her arm. The more emotional she felt, the more the letters seemed ready to puncture her skin and began infecting the rest of her body. The arm clearly had a will of its own now. Stop. Gotta stop. Holding her left arm in her right, Kaine took a deep breath and tried to calm herself. Ah, don't fight it, pleaded the voice. It's my favorite dish, and I'm hungry. Let it go. Feel the anger. Burn with a fire of revenge. Thirst for blood. Then go out there and... Shut up. Shut up and get the hell out of my body. Your body? That's rich, sunshine. Real rich. Look, why don't you just up and die so I can have this body all to myself? What do you say? Bet those buddies of yours in the area would love to see you dead. Kaine grabbed a nearby shard of glass and tried to saw off the shade-infected portion of her side. Before she could, her darkened left arm grabbed her right wrist, crushing it. Kenny screamed and dropped the shard as the sound of bone crunching on bone filled the air. Oof. Gah! Stupid girl, you're possessed now, Sunshine. There ain't no going back. The voice laughed again, a loud, long wail that seemed to go on without end. Possessed? Whispered Kaine. Yeah, possessed. You and me. We got what you might call a timeshare arrangement. Remember how folks used to think that you were a freak? Well, wait till they get a load of you now. Kaine looked up, tears in her eyes. The sky seemed smaller somehow, darker. Is this because of that shade? Is this how they see the world? So listen, purred the voice. I know this whole possession thing seems a bit sudden, but it ain't all bad. There's plenty in it for you too. I'm a very powerful creature, Sunshine, and now that power belongs to you. Got enemies, people you want to kill? I can make it happen. Little fat kid who kept picking on you, the big old shade that squashed your granny. We'll wrap them up in their own assholes. No more abuse for you, Sunshine. No more pain. Wait, said Kaine. You're a shade. Why would you help me kill another shade? What, you think I'm some kind of racist? Some killing snob? I don't give a good goddamn who you murder, Honeypants. I just want to drink from the well. Kaine considered this as she struggled to her feet, the power of the shade coursing through her. The smoke from her house was drifting away with the wind, and she enjoyed the way the cool evening breeze felt on her new left arm. After a long pause, the voice spoke up again. So how about it, you and me? We could have some good times together. Look, I'll even take care of the bloody part if you don't want. Fuck off, asshole, muttered Kaine. I'll handle the killing. Screamed the voice. Look at you go. Oh, Sunshine, we're gonna have so much fun. Listen, my name's Oh, he does have a name. Tyran? I guess Tyran. If you ever need me, I'll be hanging out in this piece of meat you call a heart. Now get to it. The more you kill, the more your heart turns rotten and sour. And I like rotten and sour. Kenny found herself nodding at the voice. Yeah, she said. Yeah, I think this can work. I find that shade, strangle it with its own guts. When I'm done, I'm gonna do the same to you, Tyrion. Count on it. Ha! Laughed Tyrion. I have shit bigger than you, so good luck with that. Oh, and hey, one more thing. Right now, you and me are sharing this body. If you ever run out of hate, if you ever, go soft, I'm gonna take over everything. So keep on killing, Sunshine, and watch your back. Voice grew fainter and gradually faded away, fading to somewhere deep inside Kaine herself. Kaine waited until she was sure the voice was gone, then waved her new left arm around a few times. It feels perfectly normal, she thought. It feels like mine. Desperately, she began poking and prodding at the new limb, determined to find something wrong with it. She didn't want it to feel normal. That would mean that the creature inside her had already won. I am not a shade. I'm Kaine. Repeating this mantra in her mind, she slowly began digging through the rubble of her house, being careful to ignore a certain red-stained spot at the corner. Finally, after what seemed like an eternity of heartbreaking work, she found what she was looking for. It was the wreath of lunar tears. Though it had been through hell and back, the garland's petals were as bright as ever. And he started to place it in her hair, slowly lowered the wreath and stared at it. Sorry, Grandma. I'm so sorry. I don't deserve to wear this anymore. I'm possessed, corrupted, a freak. And this time, I don't think there's any going back. Holding the flowers to her heart, Kaine fell to the ground and sobbed. As night gradually lightened to dawn and the people of the area arose to their daily lives, she remained in that position, as if tears could somehow wash away the horror that now infected her world.
Alive. Stay alive.
A game?
Stay alive.
Grandma.
Kaine, you gotta live. You gotta come back to us.
Nah, her eyes don't look any different. But I can see, right?
Oh, hey.
Yeah, what up? So why the lingerie, though? Just 'cause? I get the bandages.
still recognize me?
Of course. I knew you right away.
Thank you.
Isn't your butt cold, Kaine?
Welcome back, Kaine.
Wow. You grew up. So, how long has it been?
5 years.
Oh no, he's hot! I think I made that joke before.
Shit. That's a long time.
Check out this time-traveling spear I have.
Any luck with Yona?
We are still no closer to finding her. We need a way to locate the Shadow Lord.
By the way, this is for you.
Joke doesn't work for Papa NieR. That's true. Oh no, you're old.
Is that a lunar tear?
It's not as good as your grandmother's, but I tried.
No, it's great. Thank you.
Oh yeah. She is wearing, like, heels.
Kaine waking from her long petrified sleep.
Story talked about her having boots.
Emil's unflattering
she's-
kindness.
Running around in those heels.
Our reunion was a happy one, and we let it wash over us like rain. That is, until Devila and Popola had to go and ruin it all.
Yes, this is them ruining it, not the other stuff.
Are you kidding me? You can't be serious.
Kill him now, NieR!
Please try to understand. People are tired and scared, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry you have to bear the brunt of that.
This is crap, and you know it.
It's okay. We can sleep outside.
No one's sleeping outside. You and Kaine saved this village.
People are afraid of as long.
I'm just gonna skip through the stuff we've already done. Don't need to hear it again. Okay.
What is the matter?
Kaine always sleeps outside. Never even occurred. Damn it.
We should
I didn't get much sleep that night.
Well,
First time in my life, I hated Devila.
fuck him.
For the first time in my life, I doubted Popola. But those feelings are pointless in the end.
You should super doubt them.
They said and did what they did for the sake of the village. To protect it from the horror of the Shades.
Maybe.
Really, how can I blame Devila and Popola? In the end, I'm just as bad.
Yeah.
Because I never once stopped to think about Kaine and Emil's situation myself.
Is this new?
I should apologize to Kaine and Emil,
Nah.
but... what good would that even do?
Just noticed. What even is the symbol that, like, is floating there in the side in the text thing? It's like a little cat man. I never really even gave it much thought. At first I thought it was just like Vice's face, but it's not. It's weird
Wait,
thing.
Is that...
To like lean in. It's probably very hard to see on the stream. It's kind of hard for me to even really see.
I'm so happy.
Oh, this is
to
new.
talk to you again, Kaine.
Camping time.
Yeah, me too.
I tried everything I could think of to save you, you know. I polished you with this special cloth. I poured warm water over you.
Wait, you poured water on me?
Yeah, but it didn't really do much except make you all shiny.
Hey, Emil. Thanks for saving me.
I guess you noticed how I look different now.
I'm sorry, Emil. I'm sorry for all of it.
Well, I mean, this new form isn't all bad, you know?
I can fly around and I have cool skeleton powers.
At least I can look at you when we talk, right? Hey, so why don't you tell me something about yourself?
I'm not very interesting. Sorry.
Come on, I just want to know you better. Please?
Fine. This all happened when I was a kid. Before the whole shade possession thing. My body is different. And when the villagers found out about it, they started treating me like a freak. But one person, my grandmother, accepted me just as I was, no matter how bad things got. She gave me the strength to keep going.
She's really special to you, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, hey! That gives me an idea. Since we cured your petrification, we should start looking for a way to cure your possession in my body. I know we can do it if we all work together. Heck, it'll probably be super easy.
Super easy.
Let me guess. More warm water?
Okay, can we just forget I told you about that?
Hey guys. I got a letter from Emil. I said NieR is super strong and really, really cool. I hope I can see him kick butt someday. That one's new.
Sleep well?
Sure.
And yet your red eyes tell a different tale. Don't be so hard on yourself, lad.
I need to go see Devila and Popola.
Very well.
Kick their ass. Gold seed.
What might that be?
It's Mom's diary.
Oh?
I have not heard you speak much about your mother.
She got the black scrawl and died when I was little.
My apologies for bringing it up.
It's all right. I can barely remember her face anymore. This is the only thing I have left of her. Reading it helps remind me of...
Oh no! No! Wait! No! Not reading!
I see.
But the final entries get a little... strange.
In what way?
Well, here, take a look.
I regret everything immediately. Saving? System data save, though. It didn't save, like... It
Say
save
that.
stuff.
Can you not hear me?
Oh, what? Huh? What?
Why are you standing about like a slack
What?
meanie?
Sorry.
What?
Felt like I was dreaming or something.
Huh?
One's feet is quite the talent indeed. Come now, there's the door.
Right.
Big Papa is back! You'd be unable to save until the battle is over. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna go save because there was like a shit ton of fucking NieR Invicey. There was so much reading, I don't want to have to do that again, even on my own, so...
My word.
Something wrong?
I feel as if I've just awoken from a most unpleasant dream.
I know what you mean.
Okay, I can go back, okay. So... Let me actually save. Wait, there's only 3 save slots? Ugh. I don't think I need the original one anymore. Alright, let's check this out.
The diet.
Yeah.
The world of the recycled vessel.
Big Papa. Oh. It's the world of recycled vessel created to avoid the destruction of all. What is this music? Bats! Cool remix. It's like a weird filter and everything too. Okay. I can't. Oh, there we go. It wasn't charging for some reason. There we go. I wonder if it's just a battle thing or if there's more. Whoa. Emil's Dance Club. Damn. There's an easy way to finish these. Punch. Let's get a better look at... Oh. Boss! Oh, never mind, I was gonna get a better look at Big Papa NieR, but... But where? Where is boss? I see bats. Oh, down there. Wow, that damage! Holy shit. Medicinal herb. Black Scroll, a lost destiny. A white book, a false truth. Weird filter things. Already dead. This looks like my graphics card broke. Well, I'm glad I kept playing for tonight, I guess. Because this is cool. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna go, but I'll do some of this anyway. I like these remixes. Soldiers of Salt calling forth white death. They are legion, those who plunge the world into darkness. In the library. Well, that explains the voice credit. Anyway, for him. Which makes me think, are the other mysterious question mark voices also battle things or something? That you may have to unlock by doing other endings or something. These guys like to disappear. There we go. Get back! Ow. You know what? I really should, Oh, I have it on already. Who's this? There we go. Fuck your stupid bullets. How many must die? There we go. Ooh, I got a weapon too. Fool's Embrace. Okay, super worth doing these then if I get weapons. The dragon's corpse brought death to the world, delivering unto it the power of magic. What did I get? Fool's Embrace. That looks like the dragon! It's a weird hook. Oh, it's strong. 200. What's my super sword? That's better. I'll use this for a bit. My super sword. Just the best one that I have. It's not actually that great. I don't know about these photo filter things, though. I'd rather just see the game, like, more normal. Whoa! Hey, big guy. You're kind of new. Ugh. I should use the spear. It's kind of hard to see what I'm doing with this, like, very aggressive filter on. Twitch probably hates it. Oop. I should actually lock on, it might be better. Ow. Okay. I wonder if I'll get other weapons that go in that set as I go along here. The black sickness stains the future. They journey to return to soulless vessels. What's this? Oh, it's the desert dungeon? Yeah. You know what? No. Fuck you. love platforming. Okay, not that much though. Woo. The fuck? Stop it! No shooting. Oh. You can't slide off the jump. No! That goes down very quick. Nope! I guess I didn't make the jump. There we go. Fuck it. Enough waiting. What? Oh, hi. Remember when this guy, like, instantly killed me? Now he's a chump. Kabuki outfit? Okay. Experience points. Huh? Okay. I've unlocked new door. Alright. Well, I guess I'll save in between. Should we get a better look at him now? Look at high definition Papa NieR. Punished Papa. I forgot he had like a weird face mask. Did he actually lose his other eye like during that fight? I don't remember. Brother NieR got off easy then. Alright. Let's see what the fuck the Kabuki outfit is. I don't even know where you go to change outfits. Wanted something that says Daddy likes leather? Oh no.
My word.
Something wrong?
I feel as if I've just awoken from a most unpleasant dream.
I know what you mean.
My mind is broken when I read it. Alright, Yoko Taro, what's the explanation for that? Maybe doing enough of it kind of tells you, but... Oh.
Hey,
Oh, I kind of thought you'd never talk to us.
Oh, this is just main quest.
I
Yeah.
understand you.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Oh,
You suck!
Let him.
oh,
Alright. I have to, like, re-get the quest I didn't do.
Oh man,
what's...
well I was just can't make the repair.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh,
this won't...
thanks. I need one.
Wow.
Berries. Well... I'm not sure how I want to handle playing the rest of the game. I think that might be it for the streams until maybe if I know I'm getting near the, like, actual big ending stuff, maybe I will stream that. But, like, all the in-between, like, all this other side questing and everything else, I may just do it on my own. And we'll start Twilight Princess next time. Got any new weapons? I have bought
Blacksmiths
weapons.
always do well.
Oh, I have an idea of what to go look at. Can I go to the Airy before it's fucked? Because I didn't actually look at anything there. I think it's the north. I bet I have to get all the quests again, probably. God damn it. This is gonna bother me. These incomplete quests that I guess I can't go back to do. Maybe I'll look it up, see if there is a way at all to do those old ones, but I feel like it'd be a very Yoko Taro thing to never let you fix that. Live with the regret of childhood, unfinished dreams. They have like little staffs. I never noticed that. This away. Let's go see what's actually here. Pre getting totally wrecked. Wait. I asked Devil if hooch tastes good, and she said it's the best thing in the world. Can have some together when I'm grown up. Give me the hooch! Well, the music here is still dire. I guess it always is. These androids are a menace. Broken pottery. So, that eagle egg I need is in this area, apparently. Before it gets wrecked. Let's see if there... Yeah, there are people over there. Pumpkin. It is me, brother! Aha!
Welcome.
What do you have? I will buy one of each.
Come back soon, all right?
I don't know if I'll need them, but...
Make sure you're stocked.
Okay, they're just like...
Come back any...
not important items.
Man, I was so tired of holding up indoors.
Oh wait, there are weapons!
May not be the latest and
Oh shit! Oh no, there's nothing here now. Then what did he sell?
Thanks.
Maybe he just sold copies of like stuff in other areas.
Why not fill your garden with flowers?
What do you have? I do need these, I guess. Uh, 5 of each. I don't know how much I'm actually gonna need.
I hope you grow some real buttes.
Real buttes. Yeah, my worry before when everything went to shit, and I saw that I didn't actually look at the shops was that I missed weapons, but I guess I didn't.
Weapons may not be.
Just nothing.
Thanks.
Thanks. Well, okay. There's that mystery solved. They don't really have anything unique. But I need to go look over there. The upgrade material. Oh shit! I dashed the wrong way. And then Brother NieR was dead. The end. Oop. Bump, 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 bump. What? No, I wanted the ladder. Don't put me here. I get up there. Yeah. In my haste, I have killed myself. Turn the music down again. It's a little loud here. This track in particular seems really loud. Oops. Okay, so go up. Bump, 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 bump. Wow, this is a really annoying spot to have to check over and over for a random chance drop.
My wife's been acting kind of strange.
Okay, good for you. So it's that one right there. I can make the jump from iron.
What should I do?
This town's cursed! Yeah, there's probably no way I could make that fucking jump. Nope! Too bad jumping off doesn't reset. Like the item spot there. Well. They really had to make upgrading the best weapon as annoying as possible. Only makes sense. Well, I think I might wrap it up here. I am kind of curious what else happens with Papa NieR stuff. But it seems mostly just like battle challenge thing with like a little bit of lore dropped in. What the fuck is going on over there? Fighting the boar. Oh. Can I bring the boar in? NieR told me a story before bedtime the other day about husband and wife with matching red bags. They fight all the time. Guess there are new journal entries. How do I do the outfits? That's the other thing. I unlocked a Kabuki outfit. I want to see what that is. And if there are any other ones. Option. Might be like a certain spot you gotta do it, or like. There's a tutorial thing. Ending B has a tutorial. What was fishing tip 5? A fish can be used as bait to catch bigger fish. It's in the house. Or might be out in the main menu. But... Ah?
I feel confident the child still lives.
Of course she does.
That's all that is. Yeah, how do I change outfit? Go back out to the menu. I'll save just in case. Let's check it out real quick and then probably wrap up here. Oh. Option. Wardrobe. Here we go. Select a theme. Change Yorha type S. Adult. Kabuki Yorha type. Kabuki. Kabuki. Magic orbs. A meal. Oh, you can shoot his head out? Okay. Let's see what these are. Alright. What does this look like? Oh, the loading thing is a meal now! That one's new. What the fuck is this? It is me, Japan Man. With brown and black hair. Okay. I honestly can't tell. Oh, it might be the enemy orbs are, males. Let's go see what the gang looks like. Maybe Kaine is wearing an actual outfit now. Let's see. NieR brought a chick home with him. It makes little chirps, follows me around. It's the cutest thing ever. Hey, gang. I'm in. I guess it's slightly more. Nice hair. Not really much more. I kinda like it. Emil, though. He's a koi flag. I have those hanging in my room. It looks very close to the red one I have. From Golden Week. Children's Day, or Boys' Day, I forget which one, but... Huh. Okay, let's see what the Yorha one is, and then I'm gonna quit. There are probably other ones to unlock too, I guess. I wish you could change it, like, in-game somewhere. Wardrobe. I wonder what the kid one looks like. Oh, kinda has different Yorha ones, I didn't notice. Oh, and Emil does not have a Yorha one. Type A. I mean, that would be 2B, probably. Type A would... Yeah, okay, so... Let's see what the 2B one is. I'm guessing it's just gonna be 2B and 9S. And I could gather what the other one is from that, but let's just check it out. Yeah, A2. Yorha Emil should just be at the fucking rolling head. Oh, the loading is the pod. It's not exactly 9S, but yeah. I mean, he's right at home with the white hair. Still got the head belt. Inescapable in any dimension. There we go. Now we're talking. Devila, stop talking about hooch to the child. Yep, it's just... Hey, she has an outfit on now! Yeah, it's just straight up just 2B. Although, it still has, like, the headband thing on the top and the flower. Oh. I never noticed NieR had, like, a resting animation. I never stood still, like, ever. It stretches. It's like a very elaborate resting animation, too. Although that's not true, I've stood still before. Maybe it's only on the costume? Or I just never stood still that long out of a cutscene thing. I don't know. Anyway. I want to see what the Emil orb things look like. There's usually dudes that shoot over here. Shoot at me. Do it. They look smaller. The Emils are attacking. That looks so weird. They just spin. Time to fight the alien menace, Emil. Alright. Well, I think that's gonna do it for me for tonight. It is disorienting. It looks really strange. Like I said, I think this will be it for the NieR stream. Until maybe I get to, like, the actual later ending stuff on my own, and then maybe I'll do a stream of it. No promises there, though, but I know there's plenty more to do. But I think doing all the grinding and the other stuff on stream is just going to be kind of tedious. What I did already was a little bit kind of just running around a lot. Maybe not the most interesting to watch. And I kind of want to move back onto Zelda, so next time, on Tuesday, at likely 8 p.m. Eastern, we'll be starting Twilight Princess back on the Zelda Marathon, and yeah, that should be a good time. That is one of my favorite Zeldas. And even though this was a break from Zelda, was it really? There was quite a lot of Zelda in this game, unexpectedly. I mean, we had hand-in-head boss and Ganon pig fight. So, anyway, thanks all for watching. Have a good rest of your week, rest of your weekend now. And I'll be back Tuesday at 8 p.m. with the Zelds. So, take care.